Welcome back to part 17 of a 20-part series on how you as an estate agent can get more listings. Simon, what have you got for us in part 17, mate?
So part 17, we are going to be looking at Bricks and Logic.
Oh, I love this website.
So I came across it through seeing what you were doing on social media. So typical Simon Gates, R&D, rip off and deploy. Thank you very much, Mr. Watkin. So I thought, how can I use that for myself? So what I'm going to do is, look, we've got this map here. It's showing you what's happened in the last 12 months across the UK. So you've got your heat map. So England, Wales, 12 months data, 4.3% up.
Something tells me you go to Milton Keynes.
Yeah, I might as well. So before I jump onto that, you can actually look, and this is on the free version, last 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, 3, 5, 10 years. And then you've got sales, rentals, pounds per square foot, and sale prices. So much gold here. And yes, you are right. I am going to look at Milton Keynes. More specifically, I am going to look at Goldsmith Drive. So Goldsmith Drive. So again, imagine that I'm going out to appraise a property. I'm doing an in the area street video. Goldsmith Drive residents, did you know that the market in the last 12 months has gone up 5% roughly, without sort of figuring it out too much, over the last 12 months? Now, you might look at the last 3 months and say, look, the market has dipped maybe about 0.75% in the last quarter, but don't worry, it's still 5% on where you were last 12 months. In fact, over the last 3 years, to call it a COVID market, you're actually 20% better off. So yes, you've dropped 0.75%, but don't worry, you're still 20% better off than you were this time 3 years ago. Some really good stuff there. Now,
I like the individual figures.
Yeah, the individual figures are great, and this might go terribly wrong, but I'm prepared to look like an idiot. So I'm going to scroll down the left-hand side. It's got all the addresses on that street, and I'm going to choose 57. I'm hoping I've remembered this one correctly from a previous video, but let's see. Right, cool. So you've got that it's a house, it's a mid-century build, it's 3 beds, it's got its square footage, it's semi-detached, it's got a garden. And what I really like here, again, it's an AVM, but you can literally go all the way back to March 2007. So it's showing you how its price has changed over that period. Look at that.
This would look really good on an iPad in front of the printers as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, doing a video recording, like you said, if it's a pre-appraisal, a follow-up, a nurture call, and you're recording your screen and saying, look, you bought this through us in 2007, and doing that.
Yeah, I
and
like
showing
that,
them how it's
so
changed.
again, a great follow-up, especially if you're only dealing with one of the vendors. You could do like a mini video report. Because
Exactly.
otherwise, all you're doing is just getting one of the partners just saying, yeah, he's a nice bloke and this.
Exactly. Now, I won't go through every single bit on here, but there's no sales history, so that hasn't transacted since prior to January 1995. So I've lived there for a quarter century plus. And then no rental data there. I was hoping there was going to be an EPC, but that's absolutely fine. What we're going to do is we're going to look at another EPC instead. Right. I'm going to choose one which I know is rented, number 22. I think that's it. Right, so number 22, again, similar sort of details on there. If I scroll down, EPC data, you are going to love this, Chris. EPC data, it was done in 2010 for rental purposes. It was redone in 2020 for rental purposes. It's built in the late 60s, early 70s. I know that EPC was done for rental purposes. How about paying £3 to Land Reg to find out who the owner is, where they live? Maybe it's in a company, and you find out those company details and write to them. Bosh.
Watkin's speechless.
Yeah, good, isn't it?
Mic drop moment.
So let's say, for example, you're looking for landlords. Great way to go get landlords. Let's say you've just sold something on Goldsmith Drive. Right, a lot of landlords are exiting the market. I pay a few quid, find out who the owner is, just to let you know I sold one on the street. It increased 100% in value. I noticed you've owned yours since 2003. You paid 130 for it. Look, I just got 300 for one just like yours. Look at this X amount % growth you've had. You know, again, when we're in a market now, it's not order takers, is it? It is order makers. That is going and potentially making the market there.
Love that. Bloody love that, mate. Gold as always. Gift that keeps giving. Lovely. Anything else on this one before we leave this side?
That's it, Chris.
Well, boys and girls, go and check out Bricks and Logic. I'm a huge fan of them. They have a free site and they also have a paid for. The free stuff is amazing. You ought to see the stuff you get when you pay for it. Amazing. Right, that's the end of part 17. We'll see you on the other side on part 18. Thanks very much, Simon.
Cheers, Chris.